Welcome. Today we're taking a look at In the Heart of Darkness. This is a 1 to 4 player cooperative action point game. Players take the role of a group of protagonists trying to complete quests and make it off the land in a rescue boat before darkness takes you. Now let's take a look at the components. You have the main game board. This has the darkness track in the bottom right corner, locations, and connections to locations. The expansion map, Western Shores, darkness token, protagonist standees, protagonist cards. These have strength, sanity, reference icon, depiction, name, skill. Crawler standees, devour standees, guardian standee, spawn cards. There are 3 locations for 3 darkness levels. 1 to 2 darkness would be at the top, 3 to 4 would be the middle, and 5 plus would be the bottom. With a devour icon or guardian, it would take the place of a crawler. Event cards, loot cards and personal items, curse cards, player reference, dice, rescue boat token, insanity token, strength token, guardian health token, trap token, quest complete token, gate damage token, gate destroyed token, campaign book, and finally your rule book. Now let's take a look at the setup. We're going to be setting this up for a 3-player game which takes 6 steps. Step 1, place the main board in the center of the play area. Step 2, get a protagonist. Get a random protagonist card and place that in your player area, and the matching standee on the stranded ship location. Then get a player reference. Step 3, get your personal item cards matching your protagonists. Step 4, shuffle and place decks. Shuffle the spawn and event cards to create the spawn deck. Then shuffle the curse cards face down and the loot cards face down. Each player draws 3 loot cards and keeps 2. They will discard the other face down. Step 5, create supply pools for tokens. And step 6, place the darkness token on 1. Now let's take a look at the gameplay. A game consists of a number of rounds until the darkness track reaches above 7, or if a protagonist is killed and none surviving are left, and all the players would lose the game. Or the protagonists make it to the harbor with the rescue boat and a number of quests greater than or equal to the number of protagonists. Then the players win. A round consists of 3 phases: spawning, player turns, and advanced creatures. Now let's look at a round in detail. Phase 1, spawning. This is carried out in 2 steps. Step 1, reveal spawn cards equal to the number of protagonists. Step 2, add creatures to the map depending on the darkness level, 1 to 2, 3 to 4, or 5 plus. Keep in mind that the darkness track advances with either a gate destroyed token is placed, a crawler enters the heart of darkness, or a protagonist is killed. Then we move to phase 2, player turns. Players take turns 1 at a time, and you are allowed a number of actions based on the number of players. So for a 3-player game, you have 4 actions. There are 4 types of actions. Move, where you will move to an adjacent location. Talk and trade, where you will talk with a player at your location and trade cards or traps. Initiate combat. This can be done once per turn, and you would roll to kill creatures. You would play your weapon cards first, roll the die equal to the strength crawlers and devours die on 1 hit, and the guardian when they reach 0. Keep in mind when a guardian enters play, his health is the level of the darkness track. The 4th type of action, assemble, construct, repair, or move through tunnels. This is based on the specific location. That location will have one of those icons. There are 4 types of free actions that you can play on your turn. Play a card. You would reveal the loot card, resolve and discard unless a personal item or a weapon. Discard a card. You would place the card face down next to their deck. Set a trap. You would place a trap token on your space. And loot. You will draw 1 card and advance the closest creature 1 space. Keep in mind that if a player reaches in the Heart of Darkness space, they would receive a curse. And when crawlers enter, they are removed from the game and the darkness level goes up 1. Traps kill all creatures that enter the location in a single turn or during phase 3, and a gate is destroyed when it gets 3 damage. Once all players take a turn, we advance to phase 3, advanced creatures. This is carried out in 2 steps. Step 1, lose 1 sanity for each protagonist with creatures in their location. Step 2, move creatures 1 space. The Guardians would go first, then Devourers, and then Crawlers. The Guardians and Devourers move toward the closest protagonist, and the crawlers move toward in the heart of darkness. If a creature moves on a trap, they are killed. If in a location with a protagonist, the protagonist loses 1 strength. And if in a gate location, creatures would stay and damage the gate 1 time. If during a round, a protagonist's strength or sanity equals 0, or they have greater than or equal to 4 curse cards, they are killed. You would increase the darkness track 1, shuffle the curse cards back, discard the traps, and return personal items. You would keep your quest and place your standee down on the board. Then on your next turn, you would get another protagonist and follow the setup steps 2 and 3 to begin with a new protagonist. For the rescue boat, there are 5 radio items in the loot deck. Once 3 are played at one time at the lighthouse, the boat token goes at the harbor face down, and the darkness track is increased to 5. Then after the next round, it is flipped and you can be rescued. Once we've advanced all the creatures, we have reached the end of the round. Rounds would continue until the darkness is greater than 7, or if no protagonists are left, then the players lose the game. Or all protagonists make it to the rescue boat with greater than or equal to that number of quests, then the players win in the Heart of Darkness.